Was today. It is Tuesday. The time is 7:09. We were supposed to go live at 7 o'clock, but it doesn't matter. You're listening to WCHR Radio 104.9 FM, Baton Rouge, Louisiana, formerly ESPN Radio. Well, still currently ESPN Radio until July, but it doesn't matter. James is asleep at the controls, so here we are. We're going live right here on Facebook now. And joining me, as always, Mr. Jamie Bell, Harsh Med, Hart Honer, myself, and Scott Jr. How's everybody doing tonight?
We're doing fantastic. We're doing great. I mean, this has been a fun week, hasn't it?
And it depends on what your definition of fun would be.
I mean, just all the goofiness that's happened online in the last 72 hours, to me, is just entertaining.
Yeah, like me accidentally calling the wrong person, which I'm going to go out there and say, Mark, I definitely apologize for that. I didn't realize that was actually Mark. So that's my bad. We're sorry. That won't happen again.
Right. And I'd also like to apologize to Mark. I should have known that it was his number. That's there. I had it stored on my main phone. So I always sincerely apologize for that nonsense as well. No one should have to be compared to. No one should have to be trolled and compared to a white trash loser like Stephen Ray Arundel, or Bill Bunting. So for us, we sincerely apologize for that, and we won't make that mistake again.
And for any of those who are not paying attention or doesn't know what we're talking about right now, follow the hashtag on Facebook, hashtag Harsh Did It. And that ought to tell you everything you need to know right there.
Jesus Christ. We're already there. Anyway, let's get to the start of the show now. We've our guy, everyone's favorite native with his new braids and cornrows, Hart Honer.
Yeah, thank you. Cheers.
And of course, everyone's favorite Australian researcher, who's not Irish, J.C. Bellick.
I mean, I would hope that would be obvious.
Right. Well, I mean, Brendan O'Connell is still there, but
just because somebody has an
Australian researcher under the age of 30, J.C. Bellick, and of course we have Scott Jr., who is, I don't know what's going on with him, but
you suck.
No, he's for some reason off camera tonight. I don't know what he's doing.
I don't know. He was so dapper on camera. Now he's off camera. It's so weird. All right, and let's
Hi, Harry. That's my dog Harry in the background. Anybody who's wondering. Not like y'all care anyway. Whatever. So, Harsh.
All right.
How would you like to recap the week? Or wait, the week just started and we already have a recap. That's kind of bad.
Are we talking about from personal levels or from national levels?
Let's go national. Personal levels, I think everybody witnessed that over the last two shows. So,
hey, Scott, you interrupt me. I just want to talk to that little brown monkey, and I show up there But no, I mean, nationally, the whole thing's a joke. I mean, the fact that people are crying about the whole Biden thing, it's like, I mean, obviously he did a terrible thing and, whatever, but it's like, this just seems like some fucking like Clinton Camillery type levels.
I'm actually surprised because all of that huge stink they made about Mar-a-Lago, and now all of a sudden Biden is like doing 4 times worse, but they're not saying much about that.
Well, I mean, everyone knows Biden's senile and demented, and 2, more importantly, I think the reason they're keeping quiet about it is because, well, we all know who benefits from it. That's why they're quiet about it. Whereas with the whole Trump thing, it's like, oh no, you're playing political theater. You're going against the Republicans and all this other stuff. Who's benefiting besides this? It's like, I don't know. I guess they don't want DeSantis to benefit from an investigation, but they're okay with the Clintons and Harris benefiting from it. So,
well, I mean, I hate
It's
to say it,
just
but
like
DeSantis is
memes out there.
it is.
Where it's like, who are we mad at this week? Big assholes, and as they ignore that over there, so they literally are told of who to be mad at and who to ignore.
Okay, but here's the implications of this. I mean, what are we looking at now as far as from like a scope of national security? Because obviously, and I'm gonna go ahead and say it, but obviously Biden's not the first one to do this.
No.
I mean, pretty much every president in the history of presidents has done this, but now it's just brought out to public. So,
I mean,
what's going to be the next step?
I mean, the fact that he says, listen, no one is hot-wiring my Corvette. That's the most important thing. I would keep these secrets in a garage.
It's not like it's on the street.
Not like it's on the street. No one can hotwire the Biden. Newsflash. Any low-level gangbanger can hotwire a fucking 67 Corvette. The cars that are difficult to hotwire, like today's cars. Not cars made before 1990. You demented fuck.
Watch that beeper.
Sorry.
we have to tame Harsh. Harsh is not tame yet.
I don't get it. I just don't get how someone could be that silly. It's like, old cars are not difficult to hotwire.
It doesn't matter.
New cars are difficult to hotwire.
This man thinking that top secret or classified documents were safe in his garage is just... If that's the case, we might as well just put them on my porch. Yeah, hell with it. Nobody will mess with them. It's all right. It's fine. We have a camera out there.
It's all theater anyway, so there's nothing to national security. There's nothing to do with anything there because it's all just a false flag of some sort. And I forgot my other point. There's another point. I'm going to come back with it.
Right. Well, the point being, at the end of the day, is that maybe he truly thinks, well, I kept a bunch of other papers in the garage and files in the garage I could never find. So maybe with classified secrets, I can do the same thing. No one will ever find them with all this clutter.
That's not how it works.
Well, it's not supposed to, but then again, we have a guy thinking a 67 Corvette's hard to hotwire.
Oh yeah. So yeah, there ain't that's all just whatever theater and show anyways. If there is any sort of implications, that is, it's either just going to blow over like nothing, like because the theater that it happens, and people are told of how crooked the government is, and no one cares or does anything about it. If they do something about it, it's going to be shit, and if they're just going to implement more government overreach because of such. So
right, what we should do?
It's going to.
What I'm inspired to do? We should get like a '67 Corvette in Hart's driveway and see how fast it takes, and see how long it takes Hart to hotwire the car. Well, that's what we should do. We should just have that as a live stream. Just get like 5 different cars before the year 2000.
But yeah, drop a 67 Corvette.
Exactly. Drop the 67 Corvette, drop a 93, drop a 77 Camaro, drop like a 90, whatever, like a Mustang or whatever. Get every car before the year 2000. Not every car. Get like 5 prominent cars before the year 2000 at Hart's driveway, and have them hotwire each one in like less than 5 minutes, less than like 3 minutes. Like that should just be like our next show. Whenever we get that.
Just a live stream of Hart just hot wiring a car.
Yeah, hot wiring like old cars.
I mean, technically we don't have to worry about him getting in trouble because he's like out of the reach of everyone except for his own local government anyway. So
yeah, but if he has the keys to the car, he wouldn't get in trouble anyway.
I don't know. If I was a cop, even if they had keys to the car, I'd be like, okay, well then why are you hot wiring it?
It's just for fun.
And then I would want to take him to the mental institution.
That's the wrong key.
Well, that is true. It is Canada, so who knows how well that would work.
Well, yeah. I mean, they have winter like 17 months out of the year.
Yes.
That's like the only place in North America we could say like their winters are worse than Chicago winters. Or like Minnesota winters. It's just,
I don't know. Have you ever been to Western New York? Out there by Lake Chautauqua? They get pretty nasty up there.
Yeah, it can get nasty. That is true.
Those
and
get
I can't
really
really complain about winter this year because half of the time it's been 40 degrees. So it's like
weak winter.
Yeah, you're going to experience it.
No. The only time we really experienced winter was a month ago, and it was like -1, -2, and it was snowing and windy everywhere.
I don't know. All I know is that they had this huge blizzard at one point, and it just like covered the entire Western New York. And it was like everything. That was the first time in like 20 years everything shut down. Over here, one flake of snow falls and everything shuts down. You know, it's
that area can get pretty big dumps sometimes. Yeah.
Hey guys,
what? I didn't do it. Hashtag Harsh did it. What? What, Jamie? What?
Have you ever had someone gang bash you with another person and then claim victim after you beat them in a fight?
Can't say that I have. Harsh, has that ever happened to you?
Surprisingly, no. That's never happened.
Hart?
I think Hart's not even here right now.
I've been beaten up and wondering why my friends have beaten me up. Maybe that's what
Well, anyway, it happened to me, and I got put in jail for 3.5 months over it. I was in remand.
That's messed up.
And what happened when I was in there, I traded some of my buy-ups. Like, buy-ups are like credits for in jail, what you get to buy in there in jail at the time when you got the money, when people put it in your account. I bought food, and I traded it for a TV in there. And this Aboriginal native, he took the TV back. The guy got it off, and I took it off him again, and they all wanted to stab me out in the courtyard. And then the next couple of days after that happened, this guy said I farted in the queue. That was up to the security guards when they were talking to people in the middle of the centre. And I responded, no, I didn't fart, and I took it outside and I bashed the shit out of him.
That's awesome.
I did as much as I could until they pinned me off him. They got me and grabbed me and took me off him.
That's dope. Justin Davis.
That's right. Come on down to Justin Davis's Boat Condo Emporium Strip Club. Seafood buffet. It's not to be associated with the strip club, even though they smell the same. But we're right next door to the Buc-ee's off I-95 exit. Just take look for the big sign out front. It's literally a boat on a pole. Can't miss it.
Whatever happened to Justin Davis?
I don't know. He's still floating around somewhere.
Didn't he say he wanted to come on the show one time, but he was still working construction at 8 p.m.?
Yeah, at 8 o'clock at night. It's like, really, dude? So you would like literally work from 4 to 8 every day? Yeah, sure. All right. I'm still at work. No, you weren't.
No. I think his version of work was trying to like simp the mommy groupers or something.
I don't know what that was all about. All I know is that I dropped a cigarette, and that's not a good thing. All right, I'm back. So, Hart, Mr. Honer.
Yes.
I have a question for you, sir.
Oh, okay.
And I don't remember what that question was, so I'll get back to you shortly. Anyway, I am really thoroughly enjoying this new place here, this new studio, because like I have a phenomenally unbelievable sound.
Dad.
I don't have any echoes in the background anymore, and it's just wonderful. I am loving this.
That's awesome. And they're gonna have even a newer studio when you go to New York. So
Yeah, but I'm making that one in the basement, so I could call it the underground.
Hey man, hey Olivia, this is my cave where I do live streams and radio and such.
That's pretty much how this room is already here.
That's
nobody even there. Everybody's like, it's your studio. I was like, yes, I know, but geez.
That's when my fridge is there. It's for me, myself, and my food.
It's a freezer, not a refrigerator.
Okay. That's a big difference. It's not a freezer. It's not a refrigerator. It's a freezer.
It's a
If
freezer.
I want to eat the food, I have to thaw it for a half hour. Then I can.
That's right.
In my studio.
Now, they got those frozen microwave meals. Like, you throw those right in the microwave and you're good to go in like 4 minutes.
God.
Yeah, but they're not good for you. They're cancerous, and the toxins that build up from the microwave.
Look, don't tell me I'm going to catch cancer from something I love to eat, okay?
Dude, that's gross. Like, you deserve to get cancer from that. Those things are gross.
Jesus Christ. Thanks a lot, Harsh. Just wish death on me, why don't you? Wow.
I tried that. Becoming an adult and being out on my own was like like within a few months, it forced me to learn how to cook. I couldn't do it. Could not do it anymore. I had to learn how to cook.
I can cook. It's just half the time I'm just so tired by the end of the day I don't want to do shit.
Yeah, it's true. No, it does work a lot of hours. God, those TV dinners are gross, though. It's like gross.
It's very seldom, but you see, we have specialized TV dinners here. You can get like Zatarain's and Tony Chachere's meals, and it's like gumbo and shrimp etouffee and crawfish etouffee and stuff like that.
That's not bad.
You can throw it right in the microwave. It's like 4 minutes. Take the cover off, stir it. Another 3 minutes or some shit.
I don't even like using microwaves that much. I'd rather reheat things with the oven or the the oven or the stove at this point.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, it comes out better.
Yeah.
For sure. I mean, it comes out way better than out of a microwave. Yes, Robert, you're right. It does chill the booze quicker if you throw it in the freezer. That's a brilliant observation. Nothing better than some vodka that'll just stab you all the way down into your stomach as well as make you drunk. It's wonderful. Yeah, so, and we have some other issues going on out there now. And to be honest with you, I'm kind of at a loss because I didn't follow any of it. So, but there's a lot of headlines. The U.S. is Ukraine's top military chiefs meet in person for the first time. Yeah, like that makes any difference. Husband of missing Massachusetts woman faces murder charge now. North Dakota waives ban of sexually explicit library books. Shooter stood over California mom holding baby and killed both. Leslie Jones promises to be herself hosting The Daily Show. Plastic art, entire grocery store created from discards. All right. Yeah.
That's a rather lackluster set of headlines.
Yeah, it is.
I mean, good for Leslie Jones. She gets to be a female version, American version of Trevor Noah, but we all know how that's going to end.
If it ends like what's her face? The redhead and the one that used to do Full Frontal or whatever her name was. Kathy Griffith and that blonde-headed chick. I don't remember her name.
Amy Schumer?
No, not Amy Schumer. Well, that's another one that's not worth
Chelsea
a flip.
Handler?
Yeah, that's her.
Jesus, why do I?
If she turns out like any of them, she might as well just end her career now. Just go ahead and go home, hang the keys on the hook, and just say I quit.
Oh, she's got to collect those checks first, then she could quit.
That's just horrible, Harsh. Collect those checks.
That's the whole point of these gigs, isn't it? It's not like they're doing anything. They're not having any creative art. They're having any artistic license to do what they want. So,
did you say autistic?
Artistic license to do what they want.
Yeah, well, autistic works too, but that's beside the point.
Well, that's their orders. Their orders from their bosses can be a bit autistic, but that's how they want to pan it.
Let me pull up that story, and
it's a party.
Let's see. Oh, that's Leslie Jones. Okay, she was the African American lady from the new Ghostbusters reboot.
Yeah, she's been on Saturday Night Live for years, right? Yeah.
I think, well, she might actually make the show good for a change.
Well, I mean, I don't think the show's been good since Jon Stewart, but I mean, if she can, that's great. If not, well, it is what it is.
Trevor has his moments. Trevor has moments where I could just like throw my TV out of the window sometimes, but for the most part, he's pretty good.
The problem with that show is it kind of neutered Trevor Noah. Like Trevor Noah's stand-up is hilarious. Trevor Noah, like on the Daily Show, is like,
Well, I mean, it's not only the element of him being himself. I mean, he also has to adhere to what his writers write for him.
Right.
I'm sure he's contractually,
writers, CIA, military industrial complex contractors, CIA operatives, whichever you want to call writers. You want to call writers.
Well, getting back to the whole Biden classified documents, I guess we could call this a scandal now. Because, I mean, technically this would be considered a scandal, would it not?
It would be considered a scandal, but I think the reason why people really aren't saying anything is, one, we know who still runs the Democrats and a lot of this media, or, who's a bit of, as for the media, the biggest beneficiaries of it. And two, I don't think anyone's really excited for for Kamala Harris to become president.
I thought you was about to say Camilla.
Or Camillary, whichever you want to call her.
I think Camilla Windsor would be perfect. Let's just
Kamala
fly her
Windsor
over.
Harris.
Yeah.
Like I said, in 4 days, if Biden's forced to resign on the 21st, she could be president for the rest of this term and for 8 more years afterwards.
Could you imagine if Biden actually resigns, the meltdowns that's going to be on social media? It's
No. I think everyone from every part of the political spectrum would just melt down in unison.
it's
They
going to
all
be
would.
hilarious to watch.
Right wingers would melt down because of how they feel about her, and left wingers, like the actual left wingers,
they're going to melt down because Biden was their savior.
Well, some would melt down because Biden was their savior. Others, like the progressive types, would melt down because this lady didn't get a single vote in the primary. She's president. So they're going to melt down too. The only people who start dancing in the streets would be the K-Hive, and even they would start losing their minds after a few weeks.
It's gonna be a pretty fun. I don't know. I keep hearing that rumor about the 4-day thing, but I don't know. I doubt it. It would be hilarious to watch, though. I'm not gonna lie. The mental breakdown of this country would just be utterly hilarious to me. It would be great.
All right.
Something to add.
Oh, it would be. I mean, it'd be great, but
Jamie's trying to say something.
I think Jamie's microphone is not allowing him to say anything.
Jamie, what up, buddy?
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Now we can.
All right, cool. Well, you know that photo of Tony Podesta where he's wearing the red shoes with all the politicians in it?
Yes.
Our ex-prime minister is in the back right.
Oh, Jesus. That's not surprising.
Well, the White House brushed aside criticism Tuesday of its fragmented disclosures about the discovery of classified documents and official records at President Joe Biden's home and former office, saying that it may withhold information to protect the Justice Department's investigation. Ian Sams, a spokesperson for the White House's White House counsel's office, told reporters that the White House was releasing information as it, quotations, appropriate. Responding to criticism of the piecemeal disclosures, Sam said the White House was trying to be mindful of the risk in sharing information that's not complete. Why is it not complete? That doesn't make any sense.
I think translation, he's going to resign in 4 days. That's what I think.
But why on the 21st? What makes you think the 21st?
Well, because if it's the 21st, then you're at the second half of this term. Because every January 20th marks the first January 20th of the January 20th marks the first date of that presidency, right? Like January 20th, 2021.
Right.
So 2 years after it'll be January 20th, 2023. But January 21st, 2023 means it's technically less than 10 years, even though they would still have a full 10 years. So it's really about service time more than anything else. That's why I think they're just fudging around the 4 or 5 days. So she's eligible to run for president twice. Because if Biden were to resign today and Harris took over, then she would only be eligible to run for re-election once. This whole conversation is so dumb, and I feel so retarded for knowing these things. But I feel like I'm talking about a baseball player's free agency at this point. Well, you need 6 years of service time to be a free agent. He needs to finish out his rookie contract in order to make. It's like, God damn. Why are we talking about the presidency the way we talk about a professional athlete's career?
Exactly. Oh,
God damn. Well, let's go 1 year of eligibility.
Just reminds me of wrestling. It reminds me of wrestling and their
It does.
Just a big show.
Except that the way we'd be talking about wrestling is, well, they got to serve in the next camp for about 3 years before they could become before it could start a WWE Prime on Raw or SmackDown. It's like, God damn. Why?
Is Mark here?
Mark said he wasn't able to see the video.
Oh, okay. He's angry. I don't know why. I didn't do
No,
it.
he said like he was legit unable to see it. He was happy that we were apologizing to him, but
Oh, okay. Batter up. What are we batting for?
I don't know. Oh, batter up. That's the baseball reference.
Oh.
Yeah, Philly fans are good. Philly
I
fans are very
don't
excited this
I
week.
don't see him giving up power that easily. In all honesty.
The question is, does he have that choice? You know, when people said Trump was going to resign during his presidency, people thought he would just be too bored to run for, to stay in office. And you go from Manhattan, New York, to fucking Washington D.C. Yeah, you're going to be bored of D.C. very quickly. Sorry, no offense to people who like D.C. or live there. My apologies. Please prove me wrong one of these days when I go there on a weekend. That's all I'm asking. Please do. Anyway, but please don't listen to that, Ricky Cherry. But anyway, but seriously though, whereas in a Biden situation, I don't think he's controlling the wheel at all. Like the fact that this scandal is so quiet tells me that he's probably going to leave soon.
And like I said, if that's the case, it's going to be absolutely.
Like if it's January,
I'm almost
31st,
looking forward to that.
Right. If it's January 31st and he's still in office, I'm going to be very surprised.
Oh, see, that's my guess.
I'm kind of like Hoey. I don't think. I'm kind of like Hoey. I don't think he's leaving. I don't think he's going to give up. I think he's going to hang on for dear life until the end of this term.
Like I said, the minute he resigns, if it's after the 21st, that means whoever takes over can serve out this term and run for re-election twice.
So logically, the 21st would be the day.
Right.
But that's if it actually works that way.
Right.
Or
if you and Hoey are correct about it, he's not leaving, then he's forced out by the 31st.
And that's a possibility too, because then she could still serve just as long of a term.
Right.
Legally.
She just gets to serve 10 less days than what I predicted, but I really don't care about that. Batter up. Tatiana says that or is in the process of having a heart attack in regards to Biden. Unless they have dirt on Kamala Harris.
They've been having dirt on Kamala since she was named vice president. I mean,
you think people would melt down if she's president? Imagine if freaking what do you call it? Imagine if what do you call it? If him and Harris get impeached and McCarthy takes over. The guy who's not even liked by his own Congress is going to be president of the United States. That'll be funny.
Well, and then Trump and the White Hats will save us.
Right. Tatiana says, gentlemen, males do not like females in power. Harsh bingo. That's true, but who the hell says they like McCarthy, unpopular speakers in power either?
I mean,
oh God, this is going to the Clinton presidency, isn't it? Hillary Clinton's going to be president in about like 6 months.
Yeah.
Book it. That's what's going to happen. Because
I don't know. I'd be surprised if he gave it up.
It doesn't matter if he gives it up. He's not going to, if he wants to give it up, he's not going to have the choice.
I don't know, dude. I mean, that's a pretty.
They're like, senile Joe, you did your job. You made you turned all the Q-tards into criminals. Now you're gonna step aside and let Hindu Hillary pretend to be president for 6 months.
Hindu Hillary. This man just said Hindu Hillary. I am just so done with tonight already. I just
Yeah, God, in leftist circles, that used to be my name for her. Like every time people, oh, Kamala Harris, she's a good senator. She can be progressive. Like, oh God, why are y'all hyping up Hindu Hillary? What's wrong with you people?
Hindu Hillary.
He's not. What if she could change and be helpful?
We all know that Kamala can actually service her cabinet if she becomes president.
All right, and on that note,
this has been a production of CSHR.
no, Tatiana says, "Who wants that knuckle jerk in office? Which one?"
Yeah, I mean, you just named like 40 freaking people.
Which one? And then she says, "How about Marjorie Taylor Greene for Homeland Security, gentlemen?"
Oh yeah, that would be great. Yeah, that would be. We might as well just like throw all of our secrets across the ocean now and just say fuck it.
Yeah.
No, great. I got the beep that time. Thank you, Tatiana, and that was much appreciated.
Unlike Bill Clinton, Jesus Christ. That's her job now. Oh God. And then Howie says the White House is his nursing home. That's
100% true.
That might be the understatement of the day.
And then I mean look at what we have to choose from. I mean, we had Donald Trump, which the most egotistical jerk of a person that we could have ever had as a president ever. And then we had Dementia Joe. And now we have Kamala Harris talking about how she enjoys yellow school buses and knows everybody that been to school has rode a yellow school bus.
That 47th president of the United States right there talking about yellow school buses.
I mean, the White House has become a mental institution.
And it's become one since the 80s. Who are we kidding? I mean, Reagan was like demented and senile while Bush Sr. was running the country.
Was she
86 onward?
Tatiana, was she licking the school buses? Is that what you're asking me right now?
She probably was.
No, but she was known to lick some other high level employees of the government at one point.
And don't forget Montel Williams.
Well, that's just random as hell. Good job, Kamala. And you're listening to WCHR 104.9 FM, Baton Rouge, Louisiana. The time is now 7:46 p.m. You're listening to this Crayola Sec Harsh Reality. And I don't even know why now. The phone lines are open. It's 1-844-900-CSHR. That's 1-844-900-2747. And yeah, so that's the topic of tonight is yellow school buses. The cop from Laverne, Tennessee.
Yes. Oh God, the cop from Tennessee.
President Joe Biden, Donald Trump, and these are all the topics. And I would say hashtag Bill Bunting, but that's Dollar Tree called yesterday and said to please leave their version of Cy Robertson alone. So that's what I've decided to do.
God. I'm tired. I ain't a pedophile. I ain't a rapist. I just touch buttons in her special spot, but that don't make me no pedophile. And I walk by a school and they call the cops on me, but that don't make me no pedophile.
I mean, to be fair, if I saw him walking down the street, I would call the cops for sport. I mean,
I just find it funny that he keeps saying he's not a pedophile, and yet they call the cops on him for walking by a school.
Yes, I have.
Tennessee
that is 100% correct, Robert. If you're listening, FBI, I have classified documents in my home.
Ellie asked me that. First, yes, you do have classified documents in your home. That's why it's such a mess. And Allie says,
"This is my
Kennedy
studio."
Is the last non-puppet. Well, only toward the end he was a non-puppet. He was a puppet for about a year and a half. And then when he started figuring out what's going on, no. And then Allie's asking me, Harsh, did you show Scott the victim page? No, I haven't yet. But that will make things very interesting in a few minutes.
Oh, God.
And then O'Brien Tatiana says, yeah, they're called dollar bills. Nice to see Tatiana back. I thought she hated me, but
I don't recall that happening.
Yeah, we won't bring that up right now. But anyway, hold on.
If you burn my brain up this early in the evening, I'm going to be highly upset with you, sir.
I don't think burning your brain up is the word I would use, but so funny. That's the post to Ali, so is holy fine.
All right, let me get
Must
to
you
it.
gents know me? Yes.
Let's see.
Apparently.
What did Harsh?
At least it's not a jar of dirt. That's good to know.
Hey, Harsh.
Yo.
I got one of Cohen Samuel's friends. Do you want to call him up and pretend to be someone else?
It's that time of the night. We might as well do that. Who cares?
All right, I'll give you the number. Are you going to write it down?
Scott?
I'm reading this post you sent me.
No, sorry. Let me
And,
say the number first.
No, now my brain is just, it's mush.
All right, what's the number?
What number?
Plus 6+1.
All right. Plus 6-1.
What do you have us calling? We can't have somebody with a barrage of vulgarity, because I'm gonna have to break buttons over here to fix it.
This is someone from Australia, apparently.
Now those people.
You're asking an Australian not to swear.
Yeah.
All right, so it's plus 6-1.
Plus 6-1 484.
484.
373.
373.
940.
940. That's only 9 digits.
No, it's Australia. What do you expect?
6-1 484 373 940.
Okay. That's Samuel Cohen.
That's one of his friends, one of his dealers.
No. Samuel Cohen's
dealer. Friend. Are you saving the number?
Yeah. Why not? This is why.
Just in case he calls me out of the blue one day, I'll know who's calling.
Right. And speaking of which, I gotta change one of these numbers. I gotta save one of these.
Darla Moody, if you're listening, I just wanted to tell you hello. Hi, Darla.
You have no proof about Bill being a pedophile or rapist, even though he can't walk by a school without the cops getting called on him. You have no proof about his dead daughter.
It's like, yeah, if Bill
it's just really fitting that she's from Mississippi.
God. Well, Angela Ward's from Mississippi, but she's just I don't. Darla's just a train wreck.
Hoey says Harsh has an Aussie plug now.
Apparently.
I'm so done with you.
What? You little brown monkey. I'm gonna come up to Chicago. And I'm gonna come after him. And I'm gonna do all these things. I'm gonna bleed. I'm gonna hit his face. I'm gonna take a photo of him and send all the gangbangers I know up there. I've been inviting more barbecues than he has.
Is that actually a flex now?
That's
the number of barbecues you've been invited to.
Yeah.
That's a flex.
Apparently.
If I need barbecue, I'll just barbecue at my house. You know, it's called a grill for a reason.
I didn't do anything to nobody. I didn't touch nobody.
Hey, Harsh.
Yo.
Oh God.
If you wanna call that number, but pretend you're one of Cohen Samuel's friends and said Cohen Samuel sent you this number and said you can get MDMA pills off him.
Wow.
If I had international,
Yeah, we're not
calling,
going to put that on the air. I'm sorry.
If I had international calling, I'd consider doing that.
What, Tatiana? What's wrong? Why the long face?
Red button. I don't know what that's.
Oh, that was whenever I said if you called somebody with tons of obscenities, it would just be beep, 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 beep. We're 6 minutes from the top of the hour. WCHR 104.9 FM Baton Rouge.
We're gonna be so weird. You in Western New York.
I'm gonna stick out like a sore thumb.
Between the accent and the appearance, you would stick out.
But that's the thing. When I'm online or if I'm on the air, you know, I have done this long enough to where I can kind of suppress the accent for the most part. It still bleeds through every once in a while. But no, your comments are not being neglected. But anyway,
No, Robert.
I mean, just the idea of a Cajun in Western New York. I mean, they're going to see me outside in like shorts and a t-shirt in the middle of the summer, like doing dumb shit to my house, like putting LSU flags up and stuff. And I just got myself a beep. Thanks.
They're gonna be like, what species is this person? Is this creature?
It's gonna be weird for them and me.
They're gonna be like, what
happened here?
What part of the taxonomy chart is he on?
It's gonna be bad, and you know, like Olivia's lived there for years, so I mean, she just is gonna like mix in. Me, I'm just gonna be like the odd man out for the rest of my life up there.
Right, Olivia's gonna be, you know, she's got the accent and everything. She's fine. Tatiana says, "Oh, he went there. Come on, I'm a Vermonter in Central PA."
She's actually, my girl's actually from Reading, PA.
Right. But the difference is the only reason you stick out, Tatiana, is you have red hair. Otherwise, you know.
Yeah, well, redheads stick
Vermont
out pretty much everywhere.
PA is still like Caucasian town, so.
Redheads have a tendency to stick out everywhere.
Right. That's the only way you stick out at all. That has nothing to do with the fact you're from Vermont.
From Vermont. Vermont.
No,
now she has.
I'm from Vermont.
Okay, Tatiana, you must send your Vermont accent to my inbox immediately so I can play it on the air.
Right.
No.
So Robert says,
Hoey,
so I think
calm
Hart
down.
should read us a poem every night.
Hoey heard redhead and now he's tripping out.
Tatiana's a redhead. Yes, I remember it being a redhead. Yes.
Yes, Hart, do you have any poems for us tonight?
Yes. Unmute yourself.
Unmute yourself first, Hart.
Not in front of me. Convenience. Good night.
Not Tatiana says, well, Louisiana says he wears shorts. It's in the middle of the night and people still wear shorts.
Middle of the winter.
Middle of winter, it's to people say, well, I mean, if it's like 45 degrees, why not?
I mean, I'm a hot-natured person. My house has to stay like 64 degrees year-round for me to be comfortable.
Yeah.
Wait, who's playing
That's
us live?
Hart.
I'm a hot-natured person. My house has Hart, stop that. Who's watching the live at the same time we're on the air? Who's doing that?
Anyhow,
I just shared it.
Tatiana says, "I've come to
Oh.
suck your soul." Bad redhead joke.
Well, how's that a bad redhead joke?
Right. I don't so bad about it.
I just, Scott, you shouldn't really hide your accent. You should be authentic. But if you're going to fake it, you
It's-
should just prop the radio voice the entire time.
Well, no, actually, this is how I talk 90% of the time. I mean, I really don't have an accent. I just tell people that. I'm gonna get up there in New York and be like, okay, this guy is this guy can't be real. He can't be from Louisiana. He doesn't sound like he's from Louisiana.
I'm pretty sure, by the way, people say New York is a giveaway of where.
I think I've heard Scott's like Cajun accent maybe once.
It's very seldom. It's very seldom. I have to be around the right people for an extended period of time, and then I can't fight it anymore. Yeah, it does. It does. It does, Robert. You're right.
Right. And Robert says it's 70 outside here in Austin.
Where's outside here?
Austin or anywhere close to there.
I don't even know what the temperature is out here.
Well, why would you? You're inside the whole time.
Oh, it's 69 degrees here right now. I had to look up at my little radio screen up here. The current temperature outside is 69 degrees Fahrenheit. It's a clear sky in Baton Rouge, Louisiana. 104.9 FM. WCHR.
It's 89 here.
89 Fahrenheit? Please don't tell me Celsius, because if that's the case, go to an underground shelter immediately. Your entire island is literally melting.
It's nice knowing you, Jay.
It's 89 degrees Celsius. There's problems. Big time over there right now.
It was nice knowing you, Jay. Having a great rest of your existence.
It's 39 degrees in Pennsylvania, apparently, according to Tatiana.
That's rather balmy considering the type of weather.
Balmy?
This year. Yeah, that's supposed to be like 10, 20 degrees, not like friggin' 38 to 45.
There's a lot of wind making it cooler.
It's 23 Celsius here.
Oh, that's
So
like
that's
7. That's the same temperature as Scott then.
Yeah, 69 degrees.
Right.
It's 27. It's 27. It's humid.
Well, if it's 27, yeah, that is humid. It's like 80 something degrees Fahrenheit, 81.
I have no idea. Phoenix Demise. Hey, hello. How are you?
Hello.
How are you today?
How are you doing?
So that's it. We're going to have President Kamala Harris taking office January 22nd, according to Harsh Med.
January 22nd or January 31st, whichever. It doesn't matter. Like,
Sounds so good.
If it's February and she's
pedophile, he went to the island with Jeffrey Epstein. If it does. My dad supports Trump. What an idiot.
Well, if your dad works, I can understand why.
I think most working people, it's a weird thing right now. All the blue collar people support him, and all it's weird. All right, I'm gonna have to mute you. Sorry.
God.
That was a little bit too much in the background there. Sorry about that, Jay.
Felix says, I'm amazing all the way from Liverpool, England. Big love to you all. And Tatiana says, he's having 73.4 degrees Fahrenheit if he's saying 23 degrees Celsius. And she says mute LOL, and then Ali says Trump. Yeah, I mean the weather's a lot warmer than it's supposed to be in January. Like it's
Yes.
45 degrees. You don't even have to like wear thermal wear. You just wear like jeans and a t-shirt and sandals, and you're fine.
Well, don't y'all people wear sandals like year round anyway?
Not some of the yuppies.
No, I meant like Indians in general.
Well, that's because the weather's warmer in India. Yeah, like unless you're going out at night or something, then you might wear shoes. But during the day, yeah, you'll probably wear sandals somewhere. Oh yeah, some of the
Everyone
yuppies
notice that Hart is partaking in the green substance and is refusing to show his bong water because it's dirty right now. I just I'm calling you out on that right now immediately.
It's a secret.
It's
No, but there are people out here that'll wear like shorts and a hoodie and like sandals in like 20-degree weather.
Oh, even in Canada, -30.
Yeah.
Both. They're still.
They'll wear that.
but it's a different kind of cold. When you introduce the humidity that we have down here with cold weather, it's twice as cold as what it actually is, or it feels twice as cold. You know, it's a dry cold up there. You know, we don't have dry colds here.
You get past a certain temperature, that doesn't really change much.
And we got wind chill and stuff like that.
Right.
But yeah, there's a different, different moisture levels hit differently.
Yeah, but the thing about moisture levels is that's how you get more precipitation as well. Now, if it's cold and dry, you're not going to have any snow. If it's cold and moist, you might have a few inches of snow or a few feet of snow, depending on your luck. So
This is me. I'm moving to New York, to Western New York. Okay,
Yeah.
now keep in mind this is me we're speaking about. How do you think my luck is going to be?
very bad.
Exactly. Every day I'm going to have to dig myself out of my house just to go get the newspaper.
It's going to be in the most snowiest region. It's like 4 feet of snow.
Yeah, they're gonna have a polar. They're gonna have a polar lakefront because Scott moved out.
Just because, and it's only going to be over my house. Everybody else is going to get like a foot of snow, and it's going to dump like 60 feet on mine.
Right. And in other news, one half of CSHR suffered a heart attack while shoveling snow today.
I'm not in poor health. Thank you very much. I can still do things like that with the best of them. Back in my day, we used to shovel snow and walk uphill to school both ways with no shoes. And it was negative 20 degrees, and we liked it.
Right. Phoenix says yes, Will. XXX lad.
Hmm.
And Ali says negative 40 is the same Fahrenheit or Celsius.
Yeah.
Lake effect
Sounds
snow,
like-
yes, Robert. Lake effect snow there, and lake effect snow in Western New York because of Lake Chautauqua.
Hmm.
And Phoenix says central skies over Liverpool, England, and snowed yesterday. It gets cold. XXX. And O'Brien says Western, just use a hoodie. She says that they make these things called snow plows, gas type.
Oh no, I'm gonna go out on a limb and find someone to do it for me. Oh well, if that's the case, Hoey, and I can't repeat that live, but yeah, if that's the case, I'll shovel the whole driveway within a matter of minutes.
Good luck.
I was a teen in the 90s, you know.
I thought you were 60 years old. I
No,
know you were
I'm
a teen in the
43 years old. For anyone that
I
wants to
thought you
dox
about
me this
60.
week,
You a 6-year-old wearing a Baby Yoda shirt. Oh, you think you do over that?
I'm 43 years old. And that goes for anyone that's wanting to dox me. And if you actually need to know my information, just DM me and I'll give it to you.
Hey, ooh, a youngin.
Okay,
I
make me
thought
feel
Tatiana's
awkward,
in
why
the
don't
same
you?
age range as Scott. I'm confused now.
Wait, 43. Wow. Do I look that old? Is that the problem here?
According to Hoey, it is.
She's older than you, Harsh.
Yeah, I mean that's how we established that years ago.
No,
At least,
no, Hoey, I am not. No, I'm not older.
yeah, I thought he was like in his 50s when I first
No,
saw
I'm
him.
not. Oh, I had a rough life, okay? It's not rough anymore, but it was at one point.
I'm addicted to these
tell you
things right
what.
here. These things
Yeah.
right here. This is what gives you problems. Don't ever start this.
Well, I tell you what, you a 60-year-old man dressing up like a teenager, and you got your professional equipment. Wow, congratulations! Hey, you can afford all that. Yeah, I just put a video
And I
on
still don't
the phone.
okay. And I
Yeah,
have tattoos on my fingers too. Judge me some more. Like I care.
meanwhile,
So do I.
that's awesome. JC, oh, there you go.
Yeah, I mean,
Meanwhile, hey, you got all that nice radio equipment. Wow, you just a prostitute for your voice, huh? That's what you need is prostitute your voice.
Well, when you make most of your money doing voiceovers, that's what happens.
Al always says I thought she was older. I thought 49 and 50.
this is really getting bad
He's
here.
distinguished.
Yeah, Scott, you're gonna have to die. You might need some of Jay's Vegemite dips and just start like brushing your beard with it.
Just
You might
Vegemite.
need some of those Vegemite type dyes and just start using that on your beard.
That's right, and if you think this is funny, come on down to Justin Davis's Boat Condo, Emporium, Bait Shop, Tackle Center, RV, Superstore, Strip Club, Seafood Restaurant, and Bar and Grill.
Yeah. Ali says just for men.
Vegan hair dye? What is vegan hair
Apparently
dye?
that's what Jay was talking about on a few days ago with the Vegemite hair dye.
Wait, how is what isn't Vegemite like the thing that like Soylent Green or something like that? Isn't it?
It's like some vegan spread that's just really weird. It's just not. I don't know.
It
And
sounds.
it's not to die.
I'm not trying to bash vegans. I mean, if you choose to eat grass all the time, that's strictly up to you. But why do y'all have like these weird products like Vegemite? That just sounds like a science experiment.
No,
It's a yeast extract.
Yeah, a yeast extract. Yeah, it's a very big dish in Australia for whatever reason.
Okay, so do these vegans not realize that bacteria are living organisms that's yeast?
I don't.
So if that's the case, they're eating living organisms.
No, no one ever said vegans were logical. But anyway, Phoenix says that's meant to say they're spraying the sky with evil stuff and the big 5G towers they're putting up everywhere. But am smoking some amazing green, LOL. Will lad bong chong, LOL. And Tatiana says it's like Nutella but not sweet. And Hoey says yeast infection extraction. Right, yeah.
Yeah, wouldn't that cause problems just eating straight up yeast?
That's right. Yeah, well, someone's got to tell that to people in Australia.
Ah, and I'm just a promoter of eating whole foods. Like, make sure it's like a whole chunk of stuff.
A whole chunk. Doesn't matter what it
Yes.
is, just as long as it's a whole chunk.
Yeah, not processed. Yeah.
No,
Or
Hoey.
microwaves, man. Stay away
It's
from
not
the
that. It's not that, Hoey. Don't ever say that again because now I'm going to have nightmares.
Vegemite. That's a spread. That's the Vegemite
Okay, so
spread.
Tatiana says it's like Nutella, but not sweet. Okay, so it's just disgusting.
Oh, I thought it was a Whole Foods commercial. The corn Ollie. That's funny. But
Yes, I bought an 18 pack.
If you come to Australia, you got to put it in your beard, Scott.
No, I'll pass. Thank you.
I mean, you'd look a lot younger if you put it in your beard.
Yeah. Again, I'll pass.
Is that a thing down there? Like beard Vegemite treatment?
No, I'm just talking
Vegemite
rubbish.
beard treatment.
Poor Scott.
It's better than beard oil, I'll tell you.
And Tatiana says now it is cheaper than eggs.
Jeez. And to be fair, I bought an 18 pack of eggs today at Walmart, and it was $8. It was like $4 2 months ago.
Yeah.
I can see it being like an egg substitute for baking or something.
There is no substitute for eggs. You stop that, sir.
Here right now, 20 eggs cost about $11.99 Australian.
11 eggs? Y'all don't even have a full dozen?
No, I said 21 eggs.
Oh, 21 eggs.
$11.99.
So they can't even give y'all full 2 dozen of eggs. That's crazy.
Well, I better go to Costco and see how much everything costs tomorrow, and I'll get back to you.
And well, it's odd because like the price of everything else in general is going down. But like weird stuff like eggs is going up.
Well, I suppose there's some bird flu going on or something.
Yeah, it was the biggest outbreak of the avian flu since the Obama administration, in all honesty. It killed over 50 million. Yeah, it killed over 50 million hens. And of course, according to federal guidelines, so the rest of them, so they don't actually spread, those farmers then have to kill off whatever remaining stock they had. So we're looking at about a year's worth of these ridiculous egg prices before the market actually kind of calms down, unless people just stop eating eggs all of a sudden.
Well, I mean, who needs to eat breakfast, right? Who needs to eat breakfast?
Yeah, look at this. Cadbury made a chocolate Vegemite.
Oh, that's scary.
It's like
Cadbury. That used to be such a prestigious brand overseas, and now they're making Vegemite, chocolate Vegemite. Nancy Edwards says, "Get some chickens." So, which is supposed to be better, AA or A grade eggs? Robert says.
I have no idea.
And Tatiana says 2 years worth, gents. Buyers also took out poultry too.
I always buy either the jumbo eggs or I buy organic, and that's normally from local farmers. Because I like
says I don't eat breakfast.
That's the most important meal of the day, sir.
That's where you break your fast. You're supposed to be fasting.
Overnight fast? Like sleeping fast?
No, like not eating.
Well, you don't eat
Right.
the entire time you're sleeping unless you're like,
Yeah, then in the morning you break your fast. And
Right.
then you
Unless
have
you're like certain people that have stayed at Scott's place, but
when you don't stop eating at all,
right.
you know. I'm pretty sure you ate at least one couch pillow at one point. Just ate the whole thing in his sleep, you know.
Ali says
Red Bull and
Red Bull and
nicotine.
nicotine. That's great. That's wonderful.
Yeah, it was a good couch. It wasn't that old either. But man, I ain't never seen a couch burn so fast before in my life. It went up like somebody had doused it with gasoline. I think it committed suicide at one point. It's like lit one string and it just went whoosh and it was gone.
That sounds like what's going to happen to Harris once Hillary becomes vice president.
You heard it here first, folks. Harris is going to commit suicide. She's going to jump in front of a big yellow school bus.
If she becomes vice president, then yeah, then that's what's gonna happen. Nancy says we live in a crazy evil world where we are the carbon they want to get rid of. Sad but true.
Yeah, y'all enslavement going to go on just as boringly as it has been going on. It's just the status quo is going to happen.
Yeah.
That's
And
my
Phoenix says it's all gone crazy. They're putting money up on food patrol, electric, gas. I don't drink, but smoke costs a lot over here. LOL.
It seems every year there's farms getting messed up and attacked and all that. I don't know. That's always seems to be the case, and that's another thing too. You go down the right rabbit holes, and they're gonna, oh, they're doing mass sacrifices. It's all planned. Yeah, So,
Yeah. Why is it that it's always like the next food shortage is always like 3 months away?
Well, yeah, I mean, that's by design almost.
Yeah, but they've been saying that for like years. Oh, the shortage is going to come up. Oh, we're gonna have a shortage. Oh, we're gonna have a shortage. Oh, we're gonna have a shortage. One thing we've had a shortage of in the last 3 years is cars.
Do you guys want to know a fun fact?
Sure.
Well, Australia is known for the censored games, censored and banned games. It's more common than North Korea or China. So we've got more censored games than them.
That would make a lot of sense.
We can't play Postal 2 in here or New Zealand. If we get caught with a copy, we go to jail.
It's Tatiana. That was the product of the American people, because
that wasn't even
people as a whole, and I want anyone that's listening to listen carefully. People as a whole are dumb.
Mm-hmm.
And they will latch on to anything in order to panic over it. And one report said that COVID caused diarrhea, so these people started literally hoarding toilet paper. Why?
Because they're stupid.
Well, exactly. But people as a whole are dumb. All you have to do is exactly. They're sheeple. That is 100% correct, both of you.
Right.
I really hope that they push that narrative and like let it, because eventually people would question. It's like, hey, are you going to the bathroom as much as they say we should be going to the bathroom? And they'd start to question it, So they couldn't let it.
The problem with American people in this country is they love their fear. They're addicted to fear. If they're not afraid of something, they're gonna assume they're missing something. They're gonna assume they don't know what's going on.
And Robert, this is why we hold you near and dear to the show. Scott is saying as a whole while talking about toilet paper. Thank you, Beavis. I see Mr. Cornholio has made an appearance in the thread.
Awesome.
I need some teepee for my bunghole.
Yeah, if you got a proper diet, you don't even need toilet paper. It all just comes out. You don't need a toilet paper.
Hey, Scott.
Oh, I didn't do it. It wasn't me. What?
If we get caught with a copy of this game I told you about here or either in New Zealand, we get jailed. It's called Postal too. It's banned here completely.
That sounds fun.
That's awesome.
Y'all in a police state over there. I mean, it's prison.
Yeah.
You see, and now I'm looking at my background here, and now I know I got to clean it up because Harsh called me out for it being dirty. It's not dirty. It's organized chaos. Thank you very much. I know where everything's at in here. There's an entire, and you can't see it. It's over here on this side of the room, over this way. But there's an entire drum set along the wall I haven't set up yet. So
I'm surprised they haven't put a virtual background or something for the shows.
and I started to, but then I got lazy. I mean, I can. Hang on a second. Let me see what I can do to my video here. Choose there, and we can do that. And look, and now I'm bald. It's wonderful. This is great.
I mean, you got the gray beard.
And I feel like being in the middle of a mosh pit, so we'll just do this one here.
And Tatiana asked, "Where's the ColecoVision?"
The what? The ColecoVision?
Yeah, the ColecoVision.
What is that? ColecoVision.
That sounds like something from your childhood, so I don't know. And
Something from my childhood. Why does everything archaic have to be from my childhood, sir?
that's late 70s and early 80s was like its own era. It was like its own.
Apparently it was before my time too, because I have no idea what y'all are talking about.
How old is Tatiana? 50?
Atari.
Oh, Atari. Yeah,
Well, everybody knows what an Atari is.
Yeah, that's like riding Scott's time, 79 to 82.
No, it's not. Y'all are so mean to me. Hurts my feelings and stuff.
Yeah, I tell you what, you got all that nice equipment, and you're like a 60-year-old, and you make all that, and you make all that money prostituting your voice. And that's what you do. He's evil. You are evil. You are sick people.
I don't understand how a job makes me evil. What would you like for me to do with my time?
This is harsh. Jeez, I'm not 50 yet.
Yeah.
Well, you said you were older than Scott. It was a,
No, she said she was older than you. She never said she was older than me. Why are you confusing me? Stop it. This is wrong of you to do to me.
Well, yeah.
Hoey says that's before his time. So, okay,
that's before my time. I had Nintendo. Yeah, Hoey's like, I think Hoey's like late 30s.
I had one of the OG Segas, one of the first ones. And they actually had a spy versus spy game for it from like Mad magazine. It was awesome.
Hoey says, I'm just happy not to be the old guy. I feel the same way.
Damn. I had a tongue ring.
You had a tongue ring? Is that what you said?
A tongue ring. No.
An Atari. Yeah, I think I had one too at one time.
That's awesome.
Oh, so you're only 3 years younger than me, Hoey. Really?
Even I had an Atari.
Oh, absolutely. And Robert on the, yes, N64 Mortal Kombat was the greatest. they had so many problems with the amount of blood on that game that they made it all gray to appease the Karens of the day.
Mm-hmm.
It said there was too much violence in the video game. That was the good old days of video games right there.
Yes, it was. Let me see.
And they came out with a really cool version on the PlayStation 2. Because I had that one too.
And Ali Dolan says Mario Kart, best game ever.
I have it on an emulator on my PC in here. And I'll play it on the Oculus. It's pretty fun to play Mario Kart in VR.
Bunch of nerds we are.
Fatality. Let's see if I can make it work.
I keep forgetting that Hart and Scott are in the same age range.
Fatality. No, it doesn't work. You suck. This board sucks.
I keep forgetting that for some reason.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like Bond 007. Oh, that was fantastic.
Yeah, that was the game right there, 007 Bond. That was
Duck
GoldenEye.
Hunt.
That was the game of that was the game of the 90s.
Mike Tyson's
there was
Punch
no
Out.
blood.
And then there's the classic Twisted Metal. You cannot forget Twisted Metal.
Yeah.
And I have a Steam account, and I have like $28 in my Steam account, and I haven't even used it yet. I don't even know what kind of game. I don't really game.
Well, I mean, you shouldn't game now. You're like old, but like. Yeah.
You're like 60 years old.
I'm no older than Daniel.
Oh no!
Ashton Billy, you get your butt back in this house, little girl. I swear, I'm gonna beat it.
Hey, he get out of here. He's 6 years old. He's still playing video games. And wow, just wow. And every money, I don't know what he's doing there.
How about Tom?
Why does people not realize like the stuff that I have here, the equipment that I use here, that I actually worked my butt off in order to afford it? How is that hard to not?
How are you able to afford all that? Yeah, you can't afford that. See,
It's
I
called
can't.
having a job and not making tea out of grass off the side of the road.
Hey.
Oh
great
Lord,
stuff.
Tatiana's sending you to your room. You've done
Another
it now.
Stuffy Love reference. Jesus Christ. These gingers are so weird. Hey.
Get him, Tatiana.
Now
How
we
dare you
know
let
why
him speak to you
you're
that way?
married. Now we know why. You know, if it was a dog, it would have bit you by now. You know, Bill, I don't know why he's such a pervert, but he's such a pervert. You know, I don't know why he's like.
That's almost as good as somebody telling you, okay, if you don't unfriend them, I am taking back my friend request. And you know who I'm talking about, Harsh.
Hippie. Well, of course he won't. He's afraid. That's why I like put his whole page on private.
I mean, you couldn't comment before, now you can't see it at all.
Nope. And as for her being a ginger, she says, "Why, yes, I am." Oh yeah. So wait, who's Hart older, Hart or Scott?
I don't know. I'm older than you, Hart. How old are you, Hart?
40.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Hart's like 3 years younger than Scott, but he looks like 10, 15 years younger than Scott. It's kind of weird.
Why would you send me this link, Harsh?
Which one?
This.
About Bill Bunty?
Yes.
Actually,
and
what do you call it?
I just reopened the browser on my other screen over here, and it just assaulted me again. And if you look carefully, you can see the show's mascot behind me.
Yeah.
Oh, you saw it?
Is it a ginger cat?
Yes, her name is Autumn. There's 4 cats here. She's one of them. There she goes. They come in, they destroy stuff, and then they go out.
Yeah. Yeah.
Kind of like the dogs.
It's awesome. God.
She's okay. So we have So Phoenix is 46 and Tatiana is 46. Robert Walker's still declining to say how old he is.
He's 55.
Oh well, thank you, Harsh. There was that big yellow school bus that Miss Harris was looking for. It just ran over Robert Walker.
I'm just kidding. He's not 50. He's actually 51. But I used
Hi,
to
Miss
joke
Kim. I didn't even know you were here. Welcome aboard.
Yeah. Wow, Kim and Robert Walker are the same age. Who knew? That's a weird. Isn't that a twist of
Kim, if that's an actual recent photo of you as your profile picture, you do not look like a day over 35. That is absolutely amazing.
Robert Walker says, "LOL, Harsh always rounds it up and up." I'm like, well, Robert, I truly thought he was like in his mid 50s until he told me, no, I'm 51. I just stuck into clubs, when I was a teenager.
Robert actually jinxed us because we were making the fun of the fact that he looks like Barry Manilow. And that was when we first started these lives. It was when we first started these lives, and I had just submitted all the licensing and everything for music and all of that because of the radio stuff and blah, 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 blah. But Sony actually censored us for using the song Brandy. And I'm still confused as to why, because I don't think anybody actually listens to that anymore.
Mandy, that's so funny.
Or Mandy, that's what it was, Mandy.
I just can't believe he looks like Barry Manilow. That's just to me. That was like the highlight of 2021. Finding out who Robert Walker actually looked like. I'm like, oh my God, you look like Barry Manilow. Like, shut up.
Sony actually censored the video for like 2 or 3 days until my license is cleared. And I was like, really, guys? Sony? How is that being racist, Hoey? How is me saying he looks like Barry Manilow being racist? Is that like racist against Barry? I'm confused now.
I don't know what race or species Barry Manilow is, but
What species? He's human.
Are we sure?
Well, I mean, he might not be. I mean, he could be like Men in Black type thing, Yes, thank you, Miss Ring Camera. I appreciate that.
I can't believe Barry Manilow is a thing.
I can't believe Sony actually picked up on the video. I was like, really? It was only like 8 seconds of it playing in the background. And they censored it.
They look the same. Pardon my Kanye keyboard. I was about to say, I know you didn't mean that word. Hold on 1 second.
His Kanye keyboard. It's the new Yeezy phone. Well, yeah, I mean, that's what makes the entire, what do you call that? Impersonator circuit work, because there's other people that look like famous people. Look at the drummer from the Red Hot Chili Peppers and Will Ferrell. They could pass for twins.
That video.
No, stop it. Stop it right now. Don't do that again. I saw that pop up in my inbox. Now I'm stuck looking at it in the background behind the Zoom call. Thanks a lot, Harsh.
Oh my god.
Hang on, I'm gonna save it and set it as my Zoom call background.
Yes. Oh my god. Hey, you know what Bert Chris Walker looks like. Really? You don't know what he looks like? Really? Been making fun of it for like 2 damn years.
Where did he go?
Cause it is 1, 2, 3.
There it is. I got it.
Hey, man, once you see it, you cannot see it.
I can see it.
Tatiana says, really, there's so many people out there that look like major celebrities. Fun fact, I don't know if this is a fact or not.
Yeah, I'll just put myself
Actually,
on the big
fact.
screen here.
There are at least like 4 to 6 people that look like you out in the world. So there are at least 4 to 6 people that look like a celebrity. That are your doppelgangers.
Well, I feel sorry for whoever looks like me.
Somewhere in the world or the country. So someone like Scott, I don't know where he, maybe he has like if he doesn't ever, maybe if he goes sees his Polynesian roots, he might see some people who look like him there. So who knows?
What? Will you
There's
stop
people
with
who look
that?
like him in Australia.
Now look,
Right.
I'm just going to blur my
Exactly.
background so you can't see all the garbage in the back.
You should keep the Barry Manilow one. That was funnier. That was hilarious. But yeah, I do believe that. And people also fail to realize a lot of these celebrities and politicians they all have body doubles. So they could be in 2, 3 places at the same time and you won't even know. In theory.
I really feel sorry for whoever plays President Joe Biden's body double. You know, he probably looks at himself in the mirror every day and just goes, why? Just why?
Well, I mean, think about it. He gets, I don't know, you get paid to, be senile and retarded and demented. I don't know. That doesn't sound like a bad job.
Well, I mean, now that you put it that way, I mean, that actually sounds pretty nice.
Right.
It's scary, but nice. Wow. Hold on. Send Harsh the pick for opinion.
The hatchet killer what?
Who's the hatchet killer?
I don't know. But he wants you to send a picture of him to me, apparently.
Oh, that's the wrong picture. I don't have a picture of it. Oh. Oh, really? What is this? Get out of here. Get off my screen. Oh, that's that Brian Kohlberger or whatever.
Yeah.
In some kind of way or another, Miss Megan Hall, if you're listening, well, I know you're not listening because you're probably too busy working with the fire department now at this time. But anyway, Miss Megan Hall, just so you know, we're pulling for you. The National Prostitute Alliance would like to speak to you.
That's the first time I actually feel sorry. Like that's the first time I actually felt sorry for someone like someone significant other like that. I'm just like, wow. The guy is such a cuck that his wife is sleeping with half the police department.
Did you actually see him? There's a video of him floating around right now. I don't think she was getting it at home, if you know what I mean by that.
That does not surprise me.
if she had to resort to this, that means she wasn't getting it at home.
It's just a sneaky suspicion. I'm not saying anything.
All right, I need a picture or video.
I'd have to go look for it on my timeline. Just go
Hold
look on my
on.
timeline. It's scattered everywhere. People have been tagging me in videos of her riding mechanical bulls and stuff. It's been great. I don't think I've ever laughed at somebody's idiocracy so much in a long time.
Oh yeah, I've seen her. I've seen him now. This is definitely no. He's not doing much. That's a no. Like I don't need any evidence or proof.
He's not doing much at all.
No.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. You found my timeline. Jedediah. Stop it. You're assaulting my inbox again. I'm going to block you.
Oh man, I love the support group for her on Facebook. I'll add you on.
Yeah, it's pretty funny. At one point, I said, "I'm just a rep for the Union Pacific Railroad. I have no idea why I'm here."
It's so stupid, but it makes sense though. It makes sense.
And it's been going on for a while now. On Google reviews, someone posted pictures of trains to the Laverne Police Department information page. So, and now somebody's renamed it on Google Maps as the Laverne Police Department train station.
Yeah, if she's like this, then if she's like this, then that's definitely a significant other. I'm sorry, like I'm not gonna sit here and be like, she's a hoe for doing this or that. It's like, I mean, you said it best. From what he looks like, she's probably not getting any at home. So.
Well, here's another thing. I wouldn't even care. This wouldn't even be a problem for me if this person wasn't doing all of these things along with the officer she was doing them with while they were on duty.
Oh, I think the whole story is hilarious.
The whole story is funny. I mean, it's funny enough if you just heard it like in passing. Hey, did you hear about this cop? While they were off duty, she was sleeping with every police officer in the department. Okay, that's funny. Yeah. But now it's just past the point of lunacy. These people were doing this during their shifts.
Well, I mean, if that's the case, then, well, you know. You know what? That sounds like that sounds like a police department problem. Then that's not.
Yeah, well, I think that's why they fired all of them. They fired all of the guys and her. It's like 6 police officers, I think they fired.
No, she could go back to pharmacy school, right? So, you know.
There's going to be a little bit extra in those pill bottles.
She was a pharmacy tech before she.
What exactly is a pharmacy tech, anyway?
Someone who works in a pharmacy underneath the pharmacist. Someone who's like basically like a technician. They deal with like the pills and the prescriptions, but they're not the ones who are signing off on everything.
They take a long time to count pills.
Well, they like have to assemble more than just one prescription. I mean, they're not, you know, they got to fill all sorts of orders, and they can't just do 1 or 2.
Like I said, I wouldn't have cared. I mean, it would have been a funny story to listen to if it would have just been something they were doing in private, but them actually taking the time away from what they're paid to do to go do something like that is just, that's what's made it a big joke to me.
Well, I mean, I hate saying this, but I have such low level expectations for any of our professions, especially law enforcement, that a story like this probably isn't the worst story you could hear about law enforcement, especially being up in this area. Like,
what, in Chicago?
After hearing about like the systemic racism in law enforcement and people like Detective John Burgess beating people into getting a confession, A bunch of cops having sex with each other is really not. It's just not a big deal to me. It's just like, that's rather light, you know. I'm sure Laquan McDonald would rather have two officers having sex with each other that night than him getting shot 16 times. Like, you know, fuck.
You know, I think I would have rather that too.
Right. Like, it's just hard for me to give a fuck. It's just like,
Tatiana, where did you go? I know you're still watching. Robert, I know you're still here too because I can see you.
all right, time to change the background to the Robert Walker one again.
I can't play the song because Sony might get mad.
No, I'm not asking you to play the song. I'm saying you should change it to the Robert Walker background, your video.
And there goes Mr. Robert Walker.
There he is, wearing his halo.
Oh my goodness. Yeah. They don't even know what he looks like. I mean, like, this joke has been going on for years.
I don't know.
I don't even know what this avatar looks like. He's Robert Burgers Walker.
But here's the problem, Harsh. Here's the problem. This nose is similar to yours. And so is this mouth. Right here.
God. That's terrible.
I feel so awkward sitting in between them. This is not right.
I can't believe this joke runs itself. Very bad alone.
Why do you do these things to me? This is so wrong of you. I'm retired now. I'm going to the beach.
He's got a fetish for you.
I'm going to the beach.
It's funny, Robert Walker. God. That's like the joke that never stops being funny. The Robert Walker looking like Barry Manilow. To me, that is always the.
I wouldn't even know what that is, Hoey. Care to enlighten me?
I think it's an app.
Oh.
We are at the 1 hour and 42 minute mark.
Wow, almost a 2-hour long show.
That's what happens when you're having fun.
Is that what you call this?
Yes. Yeah.
Hey, you about 60 years old. Sky, you wanna be radio host? Is that what you do? Just prostitute your voice for money? Is that what you do? Yeah, I couldn't go to my daughter's funeral because I didn't want to start a fight with the ex-wife.
He says I get between the two.
All right. I think it's about that time. What do you think, Mr. Harsh?
Yeah, I believe so too. 1 hour and 45 minutes is more than enough.
All right. So that's it for Tuesday night. This is CSHR Radio, the Crayola Sec Harsh Reality, WCHR 1049 FM, Baton Rouge, Louisiana. And that's another Tuesday edition. And we have played absolutely no commercials, so I'm pretty sure I'm going to get fussed at tomorrow. But I don't care. It's all good. Go ahead, take us out, Mr. Harsh.
This has been another edition of the Harsh Rowdy with Harsh Med. This is Harsh. This is Harsh Med sign out my review. The life is harsh and everyone wants to live it. Take care, everyone. Have a great rest of your week. And remember, sometimes you got to color outside the line. We thank our favorite people for joining us once again. Have a great rest of your night.